How's it going, everyone? We are live. Welcome to Charismania. Okay, everyone. Today, I want to bring up something. We want to bring up something super important that, if you can listen, is going to make your social life way better. People are going to love talking to you, hanging out with you even more. Am I right?
Yep. And you're going to recognize one of the reasons why you even if you don't know why, you know that you dread hanging out with certain people.
Yeah, now you're going to know why you don't like certain people.
Yeah, or at least being...
I don't know if that's a good thing.
You might like the people, but you might not like being around them, or you might not like being around them in a group.
Yeah. Guys...
This will help you understand why.
Okay. Nobody likes a conversation killer. Don't be a group conversation killer. It's one thing if you're talking to someone one-on-one and they're not good at conversation. Or you can tell they just don't want to go there. They don't want to talk about something today. Maybe they have an off day.
That's fine.
No, that's fine. Everyone, everybody has those days. But when you're having
okay, let me just say this.
Yeah.
A conversation killer, this is a similar thing when you're at the movies and you all go to someone's house to watch a movie. And you're watching the movie, all great. You're not even talking. You're just like watching the movie, and then suddenly you hear like, "Hey, you see what Sally did on Facebook the other day?" And you can't exactly make out what they're saying, and you look behind you, and Bob and Steven are talking.
Yeah, and then right as you look over your shoulder, everyone laughs at something that just happened in the movie, and you're like, "Oh, what happened?"
Yeah, but you were distracted,
and now you don't know the punchline.
But that's not even a conversation. That you're all watching a movie and these two people are talking, but loud, and you're like,
yeah.
And you want to say,
how much greater is it if you're having a group conversation and you're all, you know how hard that is to get a bunch of people and you're all talking about one thing. That I guarantee the best times you've had hanging out with friends is doing that. You're all together. Here's an example. You're sitting eating pizza, talking about your favorite Disney movie, and it's like, Hercules. Obviously.
Or you're talking about what is your favorite Disney movie.
Yeah. And it's Hercules, obviously. And someone else says, Hercules, I don't know that one. And then someone says, no, yeah, I like that one too. Yeah, cool. And you all start talking about this thing. You say, man, I remember when I was a kid and I saw this movie with my dad. And then that person says, oh, yeah.
And then this is what happens. Suddenly, someone taps you on the shoulder. And you're all talking about Hercules. And then the person beside you taps you on the shoulder and says, hey,
yeah,
man, No, and they go, not even about movies, they say, hey man, so I got my shingles replaced on my house the other day.
And because you're a nice person, because you're a good person, you say, instead of saying, shut up! I don't want to hear about your stupid roof right now.
Maybe later.
I'm defending the reigning champion of Disney movies right now, and this is a group activity.
Yeah, that's the main point. It's not...
Instead of saying that, you say,
oh,
really? That sounds way more interesting than this group thing that we're all partaking in.
When really, if you're honest, you want to say, why would you even start talking to me about shingles right now? Or anything besides what the group's talking about?
That's not the same as if a group conversation organically migrates there.
Because it happens as a group.
Yeah. And if you and there are ways to channel a conversation towards a certain topic,
A conversation commandeerer is not even as bad as a conversation abductor.
An abductor's, that's what it is. It's, when you say, oh man, I like that. Yeah, that's cool. And then someone kind of sees you make eye contact with them. I only got one pair of eyes. And if I'm talking to 5 people, I can only look at one person at a time. So most people get that. They looking around at who's talking.
Make sure I'm in the light, man.
Sorry, well get in here, man.
Yeah, I guess that's my fault.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, someone sees you make eye contact with them, and they take that as their cue to steal you away.
Yeah. One, that sucks, especially when you're enjoying a cool conversation. And even if you have the guts to say, sorry, that's cool, talk to me about that in a sec. And you try to get back to the main conversation.
It's like when you're playing Mario Kart and someone knocks you off the road, and you're like, I'm supposed to win this race even though everyone's still going full speed ahead and I gotta start from zero?
Yeah. Guys,
impossible.
Listen, if you are a conversation killer, which breaks down to a couple different things, but if you're a conversation killer, stop. Don't do that. Instead, you need to develop the skill. You need to develop the skill. If you don't have it,
well, why does someone become...
Hold on. You're doing the thing we're trying to talk about not doing. You need to develop the skill that if you're with a group of people... you need to develop the skill that if you're with a group of people, you need to be able to say, what is this group talking about? I should talk about that with them.
Even if it's not a thing that you're normally... Not every conversation I have is about something that I know a lot about. That's when you say, why don't you tell me more about that? Or, how did you get into that? Or, what did you think about that? Then you're not only partaking in conversation, you're fostering conversation.
Yeah, and if you're shyer, if you're more of a shy person, and you say, man, I'm better with one-on-one, you know, I personally would appreciate if I'm in a group conversation and there's someone who's not comfortable speaking in a group yet, because maybe you're new to the group or whatever.
Sure.
Just listen. But don't start talking to me one-on-one when I'm in the group. Or don't start talking one-on-one with someone else, because now this group's lost 2 people.
Yeah.
You know, just listen.
And guys, the equivalent is you're all at someone's house, pool party, and you're all outside.
It sounded like you said pool.
I said pool.
Pool party, yeah.
Pool party. And you're all there having a great time, and you say, wait a minute, where's James? Where's Margaret? Where's Dean?
Yep.
And then you're like, are they having a fight?
They're all downstairs playing Uno.
And you're like, I like Uno. Why are we all doing this together?
Well, unless it's like a big enough, if it's like a party where everyone's expected to go kind of do the thing. But if it's like a group, hey, we're all going over to hang out. You know, guys, like, this is the main thing. Like, we're calling it conversation killing, but the root of the issue is being aware of what's happening in the group. So, you just been charismania, baby.